joined us on this Monday, and I pray that all of you had a safe holiday weekend. For those of you here in the United States, I know I have my sisters from Canada here, and so look here, we are going to move expeditiously. I want to just one thank you for taking out of your time, and first off, I would ask that you would please include in the chat where you're chiming in from, and then after that, please thank the person that invited you here to look at some wonderful information that they may have seen and they just wanted to share with you. I mean, that's the way it is, right? When you see something that's life-changing and that is blessing so many other people, then you would want to share it. And so I would encourage you to thank those people that did invite you to chime in on this call this evening. And so for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Jermaine Johnson. And look, I don't make any apologies because some people may say, look, he sounds preachy or he sounds salesy. Well, I make no apologies for who I am. I love God. I love people. Yes, I used to be one of the top 5 youth pastors in the nation. But yet, some 35 years ago, some of the deacons at the church started to take me around those old Amway conventions, A.L. Williams, and all of that. And I saw these people happy. They were debt free, had time freedom, and all of that. And I said, look, whatever they are doing, I want to be a part of it. So I'll come back to that part of my story. But what someone invited you to see tonight is called Riman. And Riman stands for Reborn, Rebirth, Gift of God, and Independence. And I love all of those. And so, look, if you haven't seen what's been going on around the world right now, let me just kind of help you. Look, this whole K influence and what the K stands for is Korean. Korean everything is just taking over, right? K beauty, K pop, right? BTS just came back together. They shut down Las Vegas. They shut down Netflix on their reunion tour. K drama. I think they say like what 68% of things watched on Netflix right now is K-drama. And then K-pop Demon Hunters on the Grammys everywhere. The Korean influence is everywhere. It's the only culture just defined by their first letter. And just to really add to that, because I know I know I have a lot of intellectuals on the call. And so you will say after this, well, let me go do my research. Well, let me help you in some of your research even before. Let me save you some time. Korean cosmetics just beat Chanel. I'll say that one again because I bought my wife a few Chanel bags. And I know, but look, when you say Korean cosmetics has beat Chanel, that's major. And then look, it is actually dominating the exports now, trailing only by France. And then Ulta Beauty just said its bet on K Beauty is paying off. Jay-Z, right? His investment firm just invested over $500 million in Korean culture. The Kardashians, y'all know them, right? They just took their own private jet over to South Korea because the K influence, the choke as they call it, look, it's everywhere. Right. And I know some of y'all are saying, well, you're an African American, right? And then two, you're a man. See, look here. I know. One, let me help you though. The bro glow movement is real too. Men are taking better care of themselves and their skin as well. And I don't believe that lie. They used to lie to me as a child. And they said, black don't crack, beige don't age, Asian don't raisin. And if you white, it's all right. Look here. I don't care who you are. You better, y'all can laugh at that. You better learn to start taking care of your skin. It's the largest pore on the body, organ on the body. And I promise you, some of the things that we and that people are putting on themselves, the toxins and the chemicals that people are putting into their skin is amazing. And so this is why the Korean influence, especially in skincare, is just dominating the industry. So here's what happened. This gentleman, Chairman Han, here, he was the number one product formulator in all of Asia. Wait, hold on. Before Riman. See, because I had a sister on the other day said, well, how do I know if it's not white labeling and all? He was the number one formulator for all of Asia, all companies. He saw his daughter sleeping and he said, what if I could create something, no matter what your age, your race, right, ethnicity, and then your age group, and I could do something to help everyone maintain that youthful glass skin, that glow skin. And he went to work, and this is what he came up with. Riman. And so just to let you know, guys, look, this isn't some brand new mom and pop in the sense it's tried and true, right? It had already been established in 2018. I love that about it in the business space. So it's been proven. But even before us, just in South Korea, it had already done 2.5 billion in revenue. It was rated as the #1 K beauty brand. And for those of you, maybe you don't have a skincare regimen, or maybe you've never heard about this, but I'm going to be transparent. I've sold things, I've done everything. Amway, Primerica, ACN, XL, candle parties, shoe parties, lingerie parties. Y'all forgive me about that one. Pray for me. I've done everything. Cutco, Kirby. I did the Niger vacuums, all of that. Legal plans. Made about $1 million doing that. So I know what's out there, guys. But this is one that everybody needs or is looking for, because I'm going to ask you here up front. Who do you know with skin? Uh-huh. Everybody. Come on, y'all. Let's keep it real. Who do you know trying to look younger or feel better or turn back time? Uh-huh. See, this is the fountain of youth right here. And just wait. And then what is going on out here in this climate right now? Is it hot or hot? Guys, that sun beating down on your skin. Look, sun-kissed skin has a new name right now. This is something that everybody needs to pay attention to, because this is why Korean skincare is so dominant, because of its principles and pillars. I'll get to them in a minute. It had already sold 40 million bottles of just one of the active creams in South Korea. Hold on. South Korea only has 50 million people. Is that good or good? And then they said, look, if we've done it here, why not open up in the United States and Canada? So they got started here in the United States. March the 18th, 2023. My wife and I got started 18 days after they started here in the United States, and our life has been blessed ever since. But then on top of that, we have a goal to actually open in 50 countries within the first 5 years. So by the end of this year, which this would make our third year, we are going to be in our 24th country, guys. Since we got started here in the United States, we've opened up Taiwan, Hong Kong, Mexico, have a brand new office over in Mexico City, Singapore, Malaysia, the Philippines, office over there, United Kingdom, an office in the new Arc building, Japan, guys, Italy, Spain, Ireland, Colombia, Peru, Chile, about to open up Costa Rica right now. We just got back from Costa Rica. I say that from a business standpoint because, see, my wealth mentor told me, hey, if you don't learn to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die, guys. And so this is why I love this industry, because you can grow a global business. And the best time to consider anything like this is when it's in the middle of a global expansion or new products being released. We have the both of those. So with that said, just so that, look, you may not like the sound of my voice or how I get excited, but I'm trying to keep it real, no monotone today. But just watch this.
Founded in 2018 in South Korea, Riman has quickly emerged as a global leader in K-beauty, with products designed to help you uncover your glow and keep it. From skincare to makeup through ICD, to body and hair care through Boda Lab, and nutrition with Lifening. Each formula is rooted in the timeless rituals of Korean beauty, carrying forward the heritage and wisdom of centuries past, backed by more than 20 patents, 52 awards, and billions in sales. Riman is now shared by a community of hundreds of thousands around the world. At the heart of it all is our continued commitment to reimagine products and opportunities that empower people to become the difference they seek in their world.
And you know what? Honestly, one of the key words that I love in there is that it said community, because economists just did a report and they say the one thing that people should be investing in right now that AI can never replace is communities. I'm sorry, Annette. I had to keep you in the weight room until the video got done, but glad to get you in here, sister. Now, with that said, guys, very quickly, these are our three brands. Our ICD, which stands for Intercellular Dermatology, our Boda Lab, which is our hair care and our body care, and our Lifening, which is our internal care. Because usually what's going on a person's skin is a direct reflection of what's going on in their gut. We don't pay attention to it, but gut health is so important. I'll talk to you about it in a minute. Now, this is what I call the Trinity of Transformation. Y'all should write that down. It's our giant Beyond Poo, our Jeju Lava Energy Water, and our ability to do nanoliposoma technology. In short, look here, we created our own plants, y'all. Hold on, I need y'all to get this. We took what was known as tiger grass or Beyond Poo, Asiatic pennyworth, Centilla asiatica, and most companies out there that have used it, they use it in the dry form. Well, we took this plant and we took Jeju lava energy water. Now, I know I have some real intellectuals and some geography specialists on the line. So you say, well, can't you get lava energy water anywhere? Well, in Spain it's too sandy, in Japan it's contaminated, in Hawaii it's too deep. So therefore, the only place that you can really get this from is Jeju Island, which I did not know about this UNESCO heritage site. I thought it was some third world country. I hadn't even heard of Jeju. It is the Hawaii of South Korea. People want to go to retire there from South Korea. My wife and I went there. We know too much now. It's real. This water, we have gone underground, and under the caves and seen it dripping from the inside. It's insane, guys. You got to go there. See, I'm gonna try not to get excited, but I'm telling y'all, I know too much. When you take this Jeju lava energy water and we took Beyond Poo, as you see in the small picture there, and we grew it 5 times larger, we created our own plant, Giant Beyond Poo. And then the nanoliposoma technology, any of you that ever watched any of the Marvel films, we actually can afford to, which a lot of companies in this industry can't do. We take our product and we break it down 5 and 7 times smaller so it penetrates through to the lower epidermis of skin. That's why we say we just don't do skin care, we do skin repair. Y'all should write that down. So this is why I love, because people are seeing results because it's working. Pay attention to this. You can only sell junk one time, guys. Look, this here is our campus over in Jeju Island. And this is how we're able to bring luxury skincare at an affordable cost. We're able to do seed to sale, farm to face because of the vertical integration. How is that? We own everything. We own our own solar power stations. We own our own farms. We own our Beyond Poo labs and the water center. Other water companies come and try to use our water center. Guys, I've seen it. This right here is amazing. Just to show you what we saw and experienced, let me share this.
Jeju Island, the birthplace of Inselderm, where nature and tradition inspire transformation. Made different, elevated to its full potential. The world's first and only smart farm for Byungpool, introducing the first of its kind, Giant Byungpool. Infused with Jeju Lava Energy Water, a powerhouse of intense hydration and radiant vitality. Experience the legendary glow and lifting effect of K-Beauty. Experience the difference, a difference you'll love. The all-new Inselderm, Riman.
Guys, and while, look, we are in this self-care revolution, people are paying attention to ingredients. And then also, look, it is about the presentation. Our packaging, we partnered with Pentagram. Pentagram is a Madison Avenue Square Garden marketing firm. They only do the marketing and designing for Louboutin, Lululemon. They only do the fragrances for Gucci and Louis Vuitton. Well, guess what? They did our packaging. So therefore, it's all luxury. But look here, this is our farm over there. When we went there, the side wall opens up. It's like you're at Disneyland when you're sitting there. This glass wall, this shutter thing, this whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It opens up, it rolls up, and you see this sea of Beyond Poo. I went out there eating it. I said, please, I just don't want it on me. I want it in me. This is amazing. And then they actually took their first year's profit and they built us a resort over in Jeju Island where you can go, you can schedule your own spa treatments, bathe in the Beyond Pool, and guess what? It's all yours. It's yours. You don't have to. We didn't pull out a dollar anytime. Actually, when we went to go shop in the flea markets, they gave us envelopes of their currency to go spend. I'm t- First class treatment, guys. I have ever, in 35 years of me being around the direct sales industry, and I've been in all the green rooms, I know the CEOs, I haven't seen any company really do what this company is doing for its people. And so, with that said, guys, this here is our ICD, intercellular dermatology. This is our flagship product. And look, we have a water-based line and an oil-based line. I and my wife, we use the water during the day. And please, we live here in Scottsdale, Arizona. You better be moisturizing. But here's what Dr. Matlock, who was on our initial scientific advisory board, he's a doctor to the stars in Beverly Hills. He said Korean skincare is so dominant and it works so well because of its principles of practicing cleansing, hydration, and protection. Actually, they double cleanse and double hydrate. He said it like this. He said, so therefore it takes care of your past, your present, and your future. I said, oh, I love that. So this here is our ICD line, guys. Get on top of that, guys. I'm not going to bore you with the video there, and it's not boring, but I'm trying to conserve time here. Also, look, when I got started here, I needed to see that it worked for everybody and it worked for all skin types and all ethnicities. That little baby girl in the middle, see, this is not just about a sale because when people look better, they feel better. And we know I am a father of three, and some of you are parents out there. Bullying is an issue in schools, and sometimes the ones that are getting picked on, they may look a little different. So this is about self-esteem. Guys, look, I don't sell skincare. I I share skincare. I sell compliments and confidence. Y'all should write that down. This little baby girl, in one application of the regimen, right? In one application, her eczema cleared up right before our eyes. In one application, when we had gone down to Dallas, Texas to speak to a group of people, guys, her dad and her mom just were like, oh my God, this is insane. Then I needed to see before after. There's no Photoshop done. These are people that have been using our products consistently. You see me in the corner, I saw my eyes starting to change. I love my mother, but I started to look like my mother under the eyes. And my wife said, you need to use the product. Guess what I started to do? Use the product, and I saw the result. Then my friend here, MJ Kim in the middle, she's in Atlanta, Georgia. She had 4 children. After 4 children, your body kind of takes a turn. She knew she needed to do something. She didn't want to do the Botox and the fillers and all of that. Guess what she started using? There you go. Do you see her skin today? Exactly, guys. This here is the magic mask. And for those of you that are on the line, because there's so many ways to do this, I pray that you have an open ear so far, because this is not your grandmother or grandfather's network marketing business. This is a high margin wholesale distribution model. So if you're on this call, you're an influencer. This is something that you can just add into your brand, because as soon as we saw this, my wife and I, we went on TikTok. We started to do this right here on the spot. I don't have time to go until you get back to the person that invited you. I'm not going to show you the whole the video. Then they decided to come out with healthy makeup. I'll say that one again. Healthy makeup. So what have you been using in the past? Exactly. And it going right onto your lips, a direct pour into your bloodstream. This is huge. You must see this. They even have one. I mean, they have all the lip tints now, but the glow cushion, it gives you that airbrush effect like the Chanel brands and all that, but you don't have to pay that price. I'm just saying, try it out. Then the Boda Lab. This is our hair care and our body care, and it has desert cola in it, which is the miracle of the desert. So who do you know that's a beautician? Who do you know that's a barber? You may be on this call saying, I don't have time, but understand, look here. If you're the only one contributing to your income, you forfeit your right for financial freedom in the United States of America. I want you to think business wise. I want you to think distribution points because barbers and beauticians are looking for good quality products to add into their line. And our products are Derma tested and vegan certified. That's huge. But this right here, we're getting story after story. But over in Korea, they only document on their commercial that you're seeing in front of you here, they only document what's been clinically proven, unlike here in the United States. After using our Bodalab hair care, after 4 weeks of use, 62% of hair loss has decreased. That's insane. We're getting story after story of people growing their hair back from burn patches and alopecia, and then of course cancer patients just have it. Look, it's insane the stories that we are getting. Now this one is the last product line, our lifening. Look, I have never done anything where all of my wife's friends, if they run out of anything, they come by to get this one. The first one is the Deep Talk Plus. It's a natural psyllium husk that goes into your lower intestine, pulls out the toxin and the debris. I did not know that men and women should have 25 to 35 grams of fiber per day. I did not know how many people, particularly women, that struggle with regularity. I didn't know that. We don't talk about this, but it's a natural thing. We have stories of women and people slimming off 15, 20, 30 pounds from being consistent, right? And using this natural psyllium husk. And then our beauty collagen has such a wonderful flavor. We've even taken this into some restaurants that added it into their drink menu, and they designed a whole beauty drink line. It's insane, guys. So think distribution points, but first off, get it for yourself. Use it for yourself. Get your story. Take the 7-day challenge. Take a before picture, use the product, take an after picture. But again, as you see in front of you, who do you know that owns a restaurant? Who do you know that's a barber? Who do you know that has a med spa? How many med spas do you pass on a day to day? They're looking for K Beauty and they don't know which one. You have access. First movers advantage, right? You have access. We even got creative and sponsored Arizona Fashion Week out here where all the models signed up to be brand partners. Guys, you got to think outside the box, but just you don't have to take my word for it. Listen to this.
So I saw this and I'm like, hey, this is something that I could do while my clients are probably getting a treatment. They might be sitting under the hair steamer. They might be laying back in the sink. This is something I could do. We do have a skincare department in my spa. I have a skincare specialist that, do these services. But this is something you could probably do on somebody, 15, 30 minutes, and they're going to see the results right away and they're going to want the product. That is what attracted me to it. I know that the Koreans are notorious for making the best skincare product. Like I said, I don't know what they put in it, if it's, but you see the results right away. Like one of my former employees flew to Korea a few months ago just to go buy skincare. And then when I heard that this was the number one company, I didn't see why I shouldn't partner with them. I mean, my clients are people like Paris Hilton, Naomi Campbell, Claudia Jordan, Aaliyah, Ashanti. I mean, the list goes on and on. And then I have the hip hop dudes too, like Rick Ross, T.I., Memphis Bleak, Ludacris, like Venus and Serena Williams, Dwayne Wade, Shaquille O'Neal. So my list is long, right? It's very impressive. So I know these people are into taking care of their skin. So this is a product that I see that could, enhance my business.
I didn't even know her 2 years ago, but I knew a guy that knew a guy that knew her, signed her up. She added it into her brand right in the heart of the Miami Beach, Florida. Look here, this is the way. Who do you know? So, on top of that, just from a business standpoint, let me wrap this thing up. But let's first talk about our socioeconomic climate, right? 7 out of 10 people today are living paycheck to paycheck. 64% of people, or 48% of people that are earning over 6 figures a year are living paycheck to paycheck. You see, there's about 80% of people, they just want to make an extra $500 a month. We got you. There's some of you, there's about 15% of you, you're like, no, I need an extra $500 a week. Let's keep it real right now. Look, with the cost of gas and groceries and everything else, we got. And then there's about 5% of you that say, you know what? I have helped so many other people. It's my time. You want to make an extra $500 a day. There's about 5% of you. Well, guess what? Yeah, look here. We have people doing those types of things here. But the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. And they tell me when opportunity comes to knock at your door, please don't have to run back to get your coat. Some of y'all have been praying for a better. I was talking to a lady on the other day, and she said, "Look, I don't want a easy way. I just want a real way. I want something that's real." And she saw this, and she said, "You know what? This is something that's real to me." Right? So this is the growth of K Beauty and K Culture, guys. It did about $10 billion in 2019. It's predicted to do 30 billion here just in the US by 2029. I already told you that about Netflix, but just the K Influence, Shake Shack just added on Korean inspired menu. And then Vogue magazine said Korean skincare is like living in the year 2050. Guys, the way to success is to find out where everybody else is going and you get there first. You're seeing that. And then the United States just said it's becoming one of our largest GDPs. That's a clue. Guys, look, we no longer live in the day of brick and mortar. Now we live in the day of click and order. 71% of people they buy from people they follow online and friends they follow online that post videos. So if the product works for you, why not use it? Right? Your children. I promise you, some of y'all that have teenage girls, ask them about K Beauty. Oh, they'll do a video. Look here. So the first thing, any of you can become a customer. But then for those of you, and as you become a customer, we have a subscribe and save program so you can get additional benefits. Then we reward customer loyalty as most companies do, but ours has a high margin. So it's so amazing. We really want to pour back into our customer base. But anybody can get started on the business side of this for $20 planner fee, brand ambassador fee. Did he say $20? Yes, he did. $20 annual fee that gives you all of your accounting, your bookkeeping, all those types of things. It gives you all of your signage, anything, right? You don't have to go create it. Anything that you want to post, all of your back office tools, right? Track of your customers and everything, all of that is done for you online for your $20. Is that insane? Yeah. Now, as a planner, with you getting started at that point, you begin to get 10% back retail off of everything that you retail and from your own purchases. Now, 10% is good. I mean, that's what the church, God asked for 10% back, right? That's tithe. But look here. But at the manager or senior manager position, y'all can laugh, right? You could get 20 to 30%. If when you exceed 3,000 sales points within a 3-month window or 6,000 sales points within a 3-month window. But guess what? You don't have to wait there. For those of you that understand investment, you think in terms of investment and instead of cost, you understand ROI. You can purchase up to that upon getting started. That's what we did. We just bought 2 of the packages so we could get started at the senior manager position. But however you want to do it, you do it. That's fine. I'm just here to show you the information. Team leader and above, that's for those that I like to say they like themselves, they like people, they love helping others win as well. That's when you begin to go and build a team. When you eclipse 50,000 sales points within a 5-month window and you have 3 senior managers, you begin to get 40% all the way up as you go. That's insane. Guys, but this is what we're doing. We're building this community of wealth. And this is what we call the war on wrinkles. Because if it's a wrinkle, we're coming for you. There's 5 other ways to get paid. We're not going to do that today. But I'm telling you, it's one of the most robust revenue and rewards plan that I have ever been a part of. We also have a leadership check match. As you help other people win and get to the team leader position, you may not even know them, but they're somewhere in your organization in another country. Just because you had the wisdom to get started when you saw it, you get started today. Somebody you introduces someone else in one of these other countries or still here in the United States, as we're just getting started here, and they get started, they become a team leader on your team, right? You don't know them, but now you're getting 20% of what they do. But they find somebody, and now you're getting 10% of that person that they found if they're at the leadership position of team leader. And guys, this is what people are doing because people are understanding. You got to have multiple streams of income today. So with that said, guys, I don't have time to show you the unilevel. That's another way of additional check on top of your your actual checks. But the main thing is that you get started with product. And these are our July kits. I apologize, it said June. These are our kits. So you have people that they get the basic kit or the signature line, and that's fine. And you can see probably the cost if you do your due diligence there. That's about 9 or so products, 10 products for 334. So you can see the average cost of our luxury skincare is about 25 to $35 a bottle. That's insane. But for those of you that you heard me about getting started or advancing you right to the manager or senior manager, we have people that they'll just get two of the starter kit premiums because the way people are doing, right, they are using the product for themselves, but then they're reselling the product because we do these things called K pop-ups. People come over to the house, right? That they wash their face, they get their glow on. They don't want to wait for the product, so they purchase that. Or they can, right? There's several ways because there's some of you that already have a means of distribution. You can do it as well. So if you're coachable and you have a means of distribution, guys, and if you're hungry, look here, I would say get started at the senior manager, the manager position, because K Beauty does not stay on anyone's wall or shelf or anything. I promise you. That's just the way it is. These are our lines in Canada as well. You can see the equivalent in Canada, as my sisters from Canada are on the call here. And then with that said, if this some reason my computer is about to act up, don't do that. Don't do that with me today. Slowly. There we go. Now, here's what's also important. Guys, this is a promotion for the month of July. For those of you that do get started in the month of July, you look, if you look, I got so excited about this, even reading it over again is crazy. You achieve the senior manager position within your first 30 days of enrollment, you're going to get a $300 fast start bonus. But then the person that invited you, that's going to help you lock arms with you, they're going to get two. It's insane. What better time for you to get started? They're putting extra money for a position and a rank that you want to get to and you're going to do anyway. Now, again, you remember I said about Forbes? Forbes said the best time for you to get started is when a company is in the middle of a global expansion. Well, God, look here. This is where we're at so far. And the ones in white there, guys, are the ones still in green are coming. You see Thailand, Australia, France, Romania, Germany, we're Ecuador. Look, this is insane. I was on the call with someone from where were that? Egypt yesterday, and they're like, look, you got to come this way. Then, on top of that, all the trips that we're doing. Our next event is coming up in a couple of weeks, first week of August. We are all going to be in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. Come and see what all of this is about, guys. I promise you, you want to be here. And then our retreats. We just got back from Costa Rica, I told you, but look, you can come with us to the Bahamas. There is a trip that people are qualifying for right now. But then also, if you're in Asia, you can go to Phuket with our planners there. And then if you're in one of our Europe markets, you can go with us to Monaco. And then go ahead and go to the director position. My wife and I have been blessed to achieve that position. Whereas, guys, we have never gone to Dubai. So we're going to get to go to Dubai for the first time on Riman's dollar. I love it. So you want to make sure. In closing, look, numbers don't lie, people do. The Google search for Korean skincare right now is up 350% year over year. 56% of American women have shown an interest in K beauty products. 46% of Gen Z consumers right now, this is a major clue, they are actively using Korean skincare products. 80% of the women who try K beauty reports high levels of satisfaction. That's why we don't even have to have a mandatory auto ship within our company, Riman. We're not playing those games because when you put someone on a mandatory auto ship, they only order that one product. We have return customers where they order 8 to 9 months per year. So we don't even have to have a mandatory auto ship. Who does that? Only Riman. Why is that? Because 70% of these satisfied customers go on to repurchase K Beauty products, indicating strong brand loyalty. In closing, I'll leave it here.
Our New Year's series is looking at different areas of your life that you could use a reset. This morning, we're talking about skincare. If you've spent any time on social media, you probably know that skincare routines have become very popular in the last few years. In fact, the global skincare industry is projected to be worth more than $260 billion by 2027. I believe this, and that's according to one estimate. Dr. Rachel, our New Year's series is looking
260 billion by 2027. The only question from this time that we've been together here, and I apologize for going a few minutes over, the only question is how much of that is going to flow back into your household? They say it's a sad thing here in America today. One mother can raise 4 children a day, but 4 children can't retire one mother. You go to the Walmart, grandparents still working. You go to Costco, grandparents still working. Go to the airport, grandparents still working. Took one Oprah to change her family tree, one Bill Gates to change his. Who will change yours? All we usually ever inherit is what? Debt and stress. They say 52% of people live in present fear or past regret. I pray that I may have said something that got you over the fear. Some of you didn't even get on this call to get any more information. You came on this call to get confirmation. I pray that something I said resonated and will get you up over the fear, because you've already made all the money you're going to make within your current comfort zone. And this is more than just a sale of a product. This is a community helping people find their light from the inside out. We're here story after story. But what I don't want is to you to also be in that 52 percentile where you're having past regret. You waited. You didn't get started. And in 6 months, someone else is inviting you over to their house for a K-pop up, sip and sample, a go and glow party. Your coworker comes and puts an experience kit in your hand and you find out it's Riman. Or how about your cousin? They call and invite you to a call, and you see me in about 3 months doing the same presentation, and your cousin should have been on your team, but you gave in to fear and you kept passing it up. A coincidence is just God's way of remaining anonymous. For some reason, you showed up tonight. All of us have a date with destiny. It's just for you to keep the appointment. I pray that this was one of those dates. I love you to life. I don't love anybody to death. I love you to life, but I want you to live your dreams. I want you to live them out loud, and I want you to live it on your term. You deserve that. Why do you settle for crumbs when you're sitting at a table fit for a king and a queen? I love you. God bless you. Take care. Take charge. Welcome to the Riman family and community.